WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. Today I have the second of the Glenfarclas Special Cask Germany exclusive releases of summer of 2021. This is now cask number 1503. So I just did the other cask. That was a first fill Oloroso hogshead, and this is a sherry butt. So we have 630 bottles at cask strength, which is 60.7%. Way too high in my personal opinion. And it is 10 years old. And it is being sold for 155, 60 euros. Ouch! All right, so I used to have the rule 10 euros per year, and this is 16 euros per year. All right, so Glenfarclas has a very nice sturdy box. They have 4 magnets in here. We have the nice little bottle with the same label here as on the box as well. Boom, snaps shut. So what am I going to compare it to? I'm going to take the other German exclusive, which I did not like. And I'm going to compare it to each other. So the interesting thing I find is, first of all, the color. This is a first fill Oloroso hogshead. This is a sherry butt, not first fill. Might be first fill, but doesn't say so. So that's very interesting, the color differences, at least in my personal opinion here. All right, so 60.7, 60.1, 10 years, 11 years, 155, 165. Way too expensive for this product. I'm going to quote the man I quoted before in the other video. 2 years ago, I bought a double so old family cask from Glenfarclas for less money. Huh. Something's wrong with the system. Yes, prices are higher, but not that much higher. I'm so sorry. All right, even in the glass, you can see here, natural color, cask strength. The hogshead is much darker. They are going on sale at the moment. They used to be, as I said, 155, 65. One store has just offered it for 129. All right, so all his margin he had for his profit is gone. He says, I want to get rid of it as soon as possible. Yeah, that's what happens when we have too many bottles on one market at such an overpriced thing. Which even that, at 129, it sounds like a sale from 155. It's 30 euros less. It's still 12 euros per year. It's still a 10-year-old bottle. It's still way over 60%, and it's not as it should be. Personal opinion. All right, on the nose. Here I get much, much more of the alcohol. I do get a tiny little bit of that candied brown sugar moment. I get some nice sherry moments going on here as well. Here, I still get my glue. I still get my my pine sap, and I still get my fresh cut grass. Or maybe grass that has been cut for 2 or 3 days and now in the compost pile. A little bit of that moldy type of moment there. This and we are not going to be friends, this bottle and I. For those of you just wondering that did not see my first video, this is bottle number 1832, a German exclusive, first fill Oloroso hogshead. 60.1. 60.7 Whiskybase 190031, vintage 31st of May 2010, and both of these were bottled on the 7th of April 0704 2021. They made it over to Germany, and both of these have in the back from the Hanseatische Wein Handelsgesellschaft Hava. That's the importer here for Germany. So either they picked them or they were allocated these whiskeys and they had to take what they were given. All right, so on the nose, there is a general sweetness. There is a general sherry moment on the nose. It's a C, maybe even a C+. I'm going to give it a C+ actually on the nose. The alcohol is a little bit too strong. It is 60.7%. I would have guessed more around 55. Cheers. Wow. that's hot and young. Ooh, there's not much taste there. Now, I don't know about you, but I've had a few Glenfarclas 105s. I've had the 10-year-old, yummy. I've had the 22-year-old, not as yummy. I've had the no age statement, can be good, can be okay, can be fantastic. There is such a variation in the bottles and the batches at Glenfarclas. They've embraced the variation. They do not want, or they cannot, one or other, have that consistency that maybe Macallan used to have or other places have. They are like, oh, this batch is going to be this, and that batch is going to be that, and this batch is going to be a little bit different, and good luck getting what the batch you want. But the 105 is not as hot as this is. Well, okay, 105 is 60%. This is 60.7%. Maybe that's the reason. I am going to add a little bit of water to this. Now, I have diluted the 60.7 down to about 50%. On the nose, I do get a little bit of a nuttiness. I get some caramel. I do get some sherry or oloroso moments here. I do get a little bit pine tree again. Huh. It's still hot. It's still young. It still burns. No, thank you. On the nose, yes. On the palate, no, thank you. I'm going to give this gave this a C-, going to give this a C-. Different reasons. I did not like the flavor profile. The wood glue, the pine sap, and the grass cuttings were not mine. Over here, I do have a honeyed, I do have a tiny little bit of the pine tree in there, but I do have a lot more of the sherry moment, and the candied nuts are in here. A little bit like candied almonds. It's nice, but it's just way too hot. It's way too young. Now, I'm going to say, dear people of Glenfarclas, stop sending us in Germany these young hot casks. Now, dear people of Glenfarclas, hey George Grant, we've met before. Hi. I understand that Asia is your market. I understand they're getting the good stuff. All right, so I totally understand that. They're paying triple the price that we're paying. They're willing to pay triple the price we're willing to pay in Europe, but they need the age statements. Okay, now my suggestion is maybe offer us something that's at least 14 years of age. Maybe the same price, maybe a little bit more, but find casks that are excellent, even at a younger age. All right, I know you have something in there. I'm sure you have some in your house. It's not about the ABV for us in Germany. It's all about the flavor. Actually, reading over 60% for a single malt Scotch is often a turn-off for many of us in Germany. We kind of go, oh, 60%? I'll pass, thank you. 53, 55, maybe 58. Anything over 60, we just kind of go, leave it on the shelf. Not going to be good. And I think that's what you did here. You broke the bank with a 10-year-old and 11-year-old product, way over 150 euros, and they were not the flavor profile a lot of the Germans are used to from the Glenfarclas, and they were way too high ABV. So a little bit lower barrel entry proof and a little bit higher quality casks with lower ABV in general. We would love that. Thank you. All right, so that flavor, the nose profile of the sherry butt is absolutely right here, but now, anyone listening from Hanseatische Weingesellschaft, Have, did you pick these or were these given to you? I hope you were given these and were not picked these. Otherwise, we have to talk about flavor profile. These, I don't think, and the sales figures reflect this. These things are sitting in the shelf in Germany and no one's selling them. They're actually going to be sold for reduced prices now, and that's not what we want. We don't want to undercut the value of a good Glenfarclas. We don't want to undercut the prices of great Glenfarclas. the family casks used to be the pinnacle of single malt from Glenfarclas. Well, the 40-year-old, the 30-year-old, and then the family casks. And now today, there's something people are avoiding. People are just avoiding this, and that's such a shame. Started out a few years ago with the Christmas editions from Glenfarclas for Germany exclusive. Either they were too hot or they were too sulfury. And now here we just have too hot. Thank you for not adding sulfur to these casks. Much appreciated. But they're just not what I am looking for. And I don't think the sales figures reflect anything else here in Germany. All right. So rant over, Mr. Grant and Glenfarclas Distillery. I hope someone watches this. Reflects. You can contact me any day of the week, WhiskyJason@gmail.com. You can contact Hava and ask them as well what the sales figures actually are for these single casks, family casks here in Germany. That's something that you have to kind of reflect on and take a look at and actually think about what you're going to do in the future here. There used to be a guarantee for fantastic stuff. Unfortunately, now the reputation has been tarnished, and let's not ruin that reputation. Okay, Whiskey Jason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American, giving this, as I said, a C- and a F for value for money. Please like, subscribe, tell others about this person in Germany who tastes rare exotic whiskeys and is a little disappointed and dissatisfied at the moment here with the supply of family casks to Germany. See you soon. Whiskey Jason. Oh, by the way, what is your favorite Glenfarclas? Let's give a little bit of love to Glenfarclas. Write down your favorite here. The 10-year-old Glenfarclas 105 was magnificent. That was such a beautiful whiskey. Better than the 22-year-old. My personal opinion. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.